बत्तियां बुझा दो।
अरे बत्ती तो बजा रहे यार।
Coal shortage in India. Indian cities go through long blackouts because of the energy crisis. Delhi's CM writes to the Prime Minister to supply more coal to the state. Looks like that the entire country is going through a coal crisis. But I'm very excited about this. Coal is finally showing its true face. It's unreliable, expensive, and extremely toxic in nature. Now, before I move into why I believe that coal shortage is actually a blessing in disguise, here are 3 reasons that you need to know to understand as to why did it happen in the first place. Number 1. Europe's energy demand has increased exponentially because of the extreme weather conditions that they've been facing for almost a year now. Because of which the demand for coal all over the world has increased, and because of which the prices for coal also increase, and hence it's tougher to import. In fact, the coal prices have increased by 4 times in last 6 months. The second main reason for coal shortage in India is the irregular rainfall that happened in most mining areas, because of which the production of coal dropped, and because of which we were not able to supply enough coal, and hence coal shortage happened. Who knew that unexpected rainfall is going to be a problem?
This is the worst.
And the third reason why it happened is because the energy demands that were extremely low during the pandemic, because most of the industries were not operating at its full potential. But when the reopening happened, we were not prepared for the surge in energy demand. And this is why the entire energy sector was in an alarming state. While scientific studies suggest that coal is the most damaging energy source for the planet, India and China continue to consume more than 60% of all coal energy produced. India and China happen to be the largest producers of coal energy as well.
ओ भाई मारो मुझे मारो
So here are the reasons why I believe that this coal crisis might actually be a very good thing. Energy demands aren't going anywhere. More people means more energy. We anyway will have to make the switch eventually. This will just fasten the process. In such a time of energy crisis, the country needs more sources of energy. Now we have 2 choices. The first one is we go with coal and we give out tenders to set up coal mines. The second one is to improve our renewable energy infrastructure. Now, if you compare the two, you will realize that with time, the cost of coal is only going to increase, and with time, the cost of renewable energy is only going to decrease. So it just makes sense to go with renewable energy, isn't it? And I believe that this is going to bring a lot of attention towards climate change. If you look at it, in the northern hemisphere, because of the extreme temperature that happened because of climate change, the demand for coal increased. Similarly, the supply for coal dropped in India because of irregular rainfall in the mining areas. We have to start looking beyond ourselves. The planet is behaving very differently, and I think this crisis will bring a lot of attention to this. Okay, so we've gone through the reasons of why this crisis actually happened and why it might actually be a very good thing for us. Here are my final takeaways. While there are speculations that India is planning to ramp up its coal production by giving out mining tenders, I believe that both India and China are going to ramp up their renewable game even more because of their commitment at the Paris Agreement and the overall benefit that it brings to the table. The cost of coal production is only going to go up, and the cost of renewable is only going to come down. And at the same time, you end up saving trillions of tons of carbon dioxide from going into the atmosphere. And more importantly, we have tons of studies that states that using tons of coal produces tons of carbon emissions that reduces our lifespan as a species by tons of years. If you agree with me, like and share this video with your friends. And if you disagree, let us know in the comments below. By the way, we have an awesome tool which helps you calculate your personal carbon footprint. Check it out. I've put the link in the description. And if that was not enough, we also have an awesome community of people who are working in the space of sustainability and climate change. You can join our Discord and access that community right now. It's absolutely free. This is Sachin signing out. Hope you have a very good day.